Okay, so first of all, it was an awesome opportunity to get engaged with the students and the faculty. Thank you, sir, Dr. Rajesh, for organizing this wonderful roundtable. So the topic of discussion for us was like crafting the roadmap for AI-driven transformation in higher education. Okay, so primarily students from the cybersecurity side, I had AI students and the faculty on the table. So we were discussing more on the challenges which some of them are facing now and what is it that AI can help with, right? So we all understand that the integration of AI certainly has a potential to revolutionize teaching and learning, optimize the administrative processes, and also to enhance the research capabilities, right? Some of the discussion points which came up was like around these three areas primarily. So our students are like awesome ideas came from them. They were talking about the curriculum is like little outdated and what is it that how we can use AI to help to in that transformation of the curriculum. And again, interesting aspect was on the personalization. I found that as very, very thoughtful idea. Like the student was explaining like according to the learning speed of each student or what is it that each student wants to know about, right? In that area, we can infuse AI for a personalized learning. That is actually a wonderful space where we can use AI in the transformation. See, for example, personalized learning, it can provide real-time feedback, right? And as Dr. Viraj was explaining in his keynote, to convert the text to the slides and things like that, right? To get more attention from the students, right? To get them more engaged and things like that. So we spoke about that side of things. Then we spoke a little bit on the, enable the students to use the AI tools more efficiently and things like that in the higher education side of things. And one of the faculty members were talking about more of hands-on practice and things like that. So that is a little bit beyond AI, but I just wanted to mention that we had a discussion around it. Then how to introduce AI to help specially abled students in higher education. That is actually a wonderful point, right? We can use the virtual assistants, visual assistants, and all to really help the specially abled children, right? To make these education more efficient and beneficial to them, right? That is an awesome point, again, which got into the discussion. Then someone was talking about like it is difficult to get concepts from the textbooks, right? If we can make more visual methodologies using AI, that would be really helpful. So I just gave one example also, during my conversation. I was interviewing one of the graduates and I saw in the resume, it was mentioned that, during the COVID time, I don't think the Gen AI stuff was like in this kind of a boom, no. But the student was telling me that, see, during the COVID time, we all know that how things were, right? Most of them would be under the blanket and going through the offline lessons and things like that. At least my son was doing like that in his 10th standard, right? Being in the bed and listening to the teachers teaching online, right? So that graduate student was telling me that he built an application to summarize what is actually happening in the classroom. He faced a challenge in making himself fully available and be attentive, and he came up with a solution. So I'm so glad that our students are thinking like that and they are thinking about the current challenges and problems, and that is where AI can play a bigger role as well. So Then, to wrap it up, we also discussed about the ethical and responsible AI. That is something which I am really passionate about. Especially these students are going to be the creators of tomorrow's AI applications. So the ethics play a key role. So we spoke about the fairness, the robustness, the transparency, right? All these elements, data privacy, right? Explainability. What I'm talking about is that we should not cook up data, right? It has to be like from a trustable source, right? We know that lot of data is there around. Is that trustable? So we only, even if like the 30 minutes, it was a very fruitful roundtable. We talked about all these things, and I'm really excited that we can apply many of these things in the higher education and we can build a path. We need to definitely have a clear institutional roadmaps where we can apply AI into the curriculum and things. So that is what I really wanted to summarize. So I had Mr. Professor David, Associate Professor UTIM Malaysia also there with me on the table who was co-hosting the discussion. So thank you, sir.